We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. And the Canes about to kick it away and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and
turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. Turns it on in midfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw,
and the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Back to pass on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He's got him in the flat. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got the first down, looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Canes moving quickly to the line. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Looking down the middle. Got his man. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hurricanes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Off the play fake on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're working that left side. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That penalty moves the ball into the red zone. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He's picked up 48 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Hand off from the shotgun. Throws him with the stiff arm. Breaks a tackle. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll ride the hot hand. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every
return, not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Offense in a bunch formation. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Headed to the end zone. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick.
There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
He now has 72 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just... Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Oh, he missed it. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. They couldn't connect on that 57-yard field goal, and now they'll put it in play from the 40. Swings it out to his running back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little...
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll try it over the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grabs it in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something.
Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds a little space. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Second down coming up. Off play action. Throwing right. Complete on the comeback. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Nice move. Still making moves. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle, it's Pratt. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. That'll close the gap to 14. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. Runs through the tackle. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He leaves it with his back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. The Hurricanes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Hurricane! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? To the air on 2nd down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time he's got it.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Handoff from the gun. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Great place to start for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to... Next going for the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier.
He bullies his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ball State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cardinals that fired on all cylinders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Canes decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Looking for a deep man. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Offense gets set for second down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give on the option. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me, so it's an easy.
Turning it on! Continues to fight for yards. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Tight end now in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Brown. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Canes are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the fullback. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the catch. Now the Quick connection takes it to the 11.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into the end zone. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Under fire. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Sticks it in his belt. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Wyoming was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Laramie. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Cowboys Nation will enjoy this win. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.